Nix is really interesting. I remember when Bo Nix started his first ever game as a true freshman at Auburn years ago against Oregon. And he threw a game-winning touchdown pass to Darius Slayton, I believe it was. And everybody was just gassing his performance on social media. Cam Newton was giving him a lot of kudos. And I always felt like Bo Nix was super overrated watching him his first 2 seasons at Auburn. And his final season was actually pretty good. It's just the coaching staff failed him. He didn't have a good squad around him at all. He transfers to Oregon, and then all of a sudden, this dude has one of the biggest unforeseen college football career transfer portal turnarounds that we've ever seen. We all probably thought that Bo Nix could be decent at Oregon. But to go from a average to barely above average QB in the SEC to becoming a Heisman finalist is absurd. So I want to give you guys my prospect evaluation, breakdown, and scouting report on Bo Nix going into this year's draft. He's a really good quarterback prospect to me because, first of all, he has fast decision making. He is a really good quarterback when it comes to playing within structure. He has really good timing, throws with good accuracy and anticipation. When you watch him play, he gets going really fast. Oregon's offense, they don't take a lot of shots downfield, which is a big criticism of them because it holds back Bo Nix. But the fact that this offense, with the pace that they play at, it's kind of like he was playing point guard this year in the sense at Oregon this year. He's getting the ball out quick, hitting guys quick, intermediate, short. Then he'll throw a strike downfield. Bo Nix, with how fast he gets the ball out, he'll be a perfect fit in the timing-based offense. Let's say he gets drafted to a team that runs a Kyle Shanahan kind of offense with a lot of bootleg play action installed into it. He'll be a great fit in that. He'll be a great fit with Denver and Sean Payton. I would love to see Bo Nix go to Denver. He'll be such a great fit in that offense because he's already coming from an offense that in college made him get the ball out fast and make split decisions on the whim. He also is incredible throwing the football on the run. It's just really fun to see what Bo Nix does when he gets outside the pocket. And he throws the football, to me, sometimes better outside the pocket than what he does in it. Throws with really good zip, velocity. If you are somebody who's looking for a quarterback that can create, buy time for guys to get open, maybe improvise, you don't have a good offensive line, Bo Nix is perfect for that kind of situation. He is going to have some moments where he does cost you a lot of yards trying to do too much, but he just throws the ball so well on the run. He just has a knack for making plays outside the structure. He also has really good arm strength, good velocity. He can make every single throw needed at the next level, tight window throws. He got good mobility. He was a really underrated athlete at Auburn. And even at Oregon, we still haven't seen just how truly good of an athlete he is because most of the times he was asked to throw the football. They called a couple of design QB runs for him, but at the next level, I would love to see his rushing ability utilized way more because he's a really good runner. He has a good blend of power and finesse. He can run through you with his stature and size, but he also can hit you with a spin move or a juke move too because he is agile. And even though he doesn't look the biggest on paper, this guy is pretty built in person. The big red flags with Bo Nix is that he has shaky pocket presence. Anytime I noticed that his first read got taken away from him, and maybe his second read wasn't there too, he would kind of panic. But he kind of does have that one read tendency. You take away that first read, then he kind of struggles to figure out where to go next with the ball. He lacks poise under pressure. And the reasoning for him not being that great under pressure, I think has a lot to do with the scheme and the style of offense that Oregon like to run. At the next level, they should have a lot more built in so he could make adjustments. But I don't see a quarterback that really looks that great when you have 300 plus pounders closing in on him. There definitely was a lot of throws that he missed anytime he was under duress. The two times they played Washington and Washington was able to have success against Oregon's offensive line early, he struggled. And we haven't really seen a lot of Bo Nix and how good he is under pressure the 2 years that he spent at Oregon, because Oregon's offensive lines have been so damn phenomenal. But against Washington, you kind of do see the shaky pocket presence and the inability to successfully handle pressure at times. His footwork isn't the greatest. It can be all over the place at times. And the scheme, we know that Oregon has the tendency to hold back quarterbacks with their offense. We saw it with Justin Herbert, and the same kind of could be said with Bo Nix, because it's kind of has that college gimmicky feel to it. Not a lot of NFL level concepts that we saw or we were able to see Bo Nix execute at an effective level at Oregon, but he did have a new offensive coordinator nearly every single year he played college football, going back to his first years at Auburn to his final years at Oregon. He had a new OC. So that's something that gives me a lot of confidence that Bo Nix can carve out a decent career in the NFL. Does it piss you off how much you pay for your monthly phone bill? Why are you getting frustrated when our partner Mint Mobile has plans as low as $15 a month that give you unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network? Stop getting frustrated with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and go to trymintmobile.com/JT Sports and description and pin comment down below to get access to premium wireless for only $15 a month. That's only $15 a month. Switching to Mint is easy. It only takes 15 minutes to do. If you're pissed off with how much you pay for your monthly phone bill, switch to Mint Mobile today and go to trymintmobile.com/JT Sports in description and pin comment down below to get premium wireless for only $15 a month. Stop getting upset with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and switch to Mint Mobile today. When you have a guy that deals with so many staff changes and so much staff turnover like Bo Nix did at college, he should be able to learn the NFL playbook pretty fast, all right? And Oregon did give him a good amount of responsibilities at the line. His age is a pro and a con. On one end, you can say that, him being as old as what he is right now is a bonus because he has experience. You got somebody who should be able to start day one for you. But the downside is, by the time it's time for him to re-up on a new deal, get that first big contract extension, he's going to be 30 years old. So how long can this guy be your franchise QB? You don't know, but we've seen plenty of quarterbacks playing to their late to early 40s. His ceiling projects to be a really good starter. He could be a top 8, top 12 quarterback in the league, but I don't really think that he really has the skill set, at least right now, coming from Oregon to show me that he can be a consistent Pro Bowl caliber QB. I think he's going to be one of those QBs that you can win with as long as you have a good team around him and you got a good coaching situation. But if you're asking Bo Nix to have to overcome, not having a great receiving core or a great offensive line or run game, you can see that hinder his play. And his floor, if everything goes completely wrong, he could be a backup or a low-end starter. He could be a bridge quarterback. My comp for him, if he ends up being a bust or if he ends up just being, a disappointment, is Sam Darnold. They do have a lot of similar qualities. Sam Darnold was really good playing out of structure at USC, especially throwing outside the pocket. Bo Nix is a better athlete and has a better arm than Sam Darnold, but I don't think there's too big of a comparison between the two if we're looking for a low-end comp for Bo Nix. My high-end comp for Bo Nix, he could be Drew Brees with times two the mobility and arm strength. I really do like how fast he gets the ball out, his ability to process, even though he does get hung up on that first read from time to time. He does do a pretty good job at being able to make those full read progressions that is necessary to succeed in the National Football League. So ultimately, I expect him to be a first round pick this year. He's my fourth ranked quarterback behind Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May. I project him to be a top 15 to top 18, 20 ish quarterback in the National Football League, which is good enough to win you some games. You know, maybe win you a playoff game or two if you have a great team. Maybe make a deep playoff run if you got a stacked team. But if you don't have a good team around Bo Nix, I don't see a quarterback that's good enough to elevate and turn around the franchise. He needs to go to an already established team with an already good staff, already made team like Minnesota, Denver. If he goes to New England, he's done. But that's any quarterback if they go to New England this year.